I'm opening the gate. This girl comes by and is like super like pretty, bro, with some ass, right? And then I'm like, hi, but like I'm busy with that shit, like unlocking it. And what she does is very interesting. She waits for like 4 to 5 seconds, and then she waits 3 seconds to see me, right? Because she doesn't see my face. She doesn't reply in this period of waiting. The minute I look at her like straight up, we do eye contact, we make eye contact. She's like, hi, after like 2 seconds of me looking at her. Did you know that you had 3 seconds for a girl to evaluate your attraction level? So what do I mean by this? So the other day I was going outside with my cousin, right? It was like in the morning and the gate was locked, like manually with the lock. So I'm opening the gate. This girl comes by and is like super like pretty, bruh, with some ass, right? And then I'm like, hi, but like I'm busy with that shit, like unlocking it. And what she does is very interesting. She waits for like 4 to 5 seconds, and then she waits 3 seconds to see me, right? Because she doesn't see my face. She doesn't reply in this time, this period of waiting. The minute I look at her like straight up, we do eye contact, we make eye contact. She's like, hi, after like 2 seconds of me looking at her. Now, why is that? That is because she was analyzing me first so that she could respond. Even if when you, even when like you're trying to approach a girl in the street, like you're walking from like 5 meters away or something, she already knows what she's gonna say to you. It's either she can curve you, like you're already in a category. It's either you're creep, oh he fine, or him meh, or she didn't even notice you. You don't even stand out. So the point of this video today is to make sure that you stand out so that you get the most attention and attractive vibes. So the question becomes, what are the most attractive muscles that I can build, right? You need to be in the category where 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10, every girl that passes you, she wants you. Not like head over heels, but like she in her brain, she should be like, ooh, for a second, right? Every girl. That's what I get. Even guys stare at me, but that's a topic for another day. But like, you should be in the category of like, oh, nigga, this girl wants you on some real shit. It should be that girl who's like acting bougie and shit, right? Or insecure. So, what are those muscles? Those muscles are seven muscles. It's the lats for the V taper, lateral shoulders or shoulders in general. Let's do with muscle groups. It's the lats, shoulders, chest, bicep and triceps, abs. I'd say neck, and I'd say what am I leaving out? Oh, legs. Right. Legs are not the most important part. They are, but yeah, they are. Let's just say they are. But yeah. So what you need to learn is how to build these muscles, right? So step number one, let's start with recovery because most people miss this out because 80% of your growth comes from recovery, from sleep, from what you do when you're not in the gym. So first things first, you need to eat sufficiently. What I suggest is you drink your food, right? What do I mean by this? Drinking your food is better, especially if you're bulking. Drinking your food is better because you have less time digesting. That means you have more energy. That means you sleep better. That means what else? You can eat more food, right? That means you be in a caloric surplus, right? So what an example is, we have two guys who are bulking, start off as skinny. One guy is drinking smoothies and shit, like supplementing with them in terms of food wise, right? The other guy is just eating, and eating. Who has it difficult? The guy who eats because eating firstly finishes your like decreases your appetite to eat, right? Like eating large meals decreases appetite. So you are less likely to eat more. That means you're less likely to hit your calorie goal, right? What else? You spend most of the day digesting, especially if like you're working and shit. That means you'll be tired every day because your body is digesting, right? The other guy is drinking food. It's kind of like it's easier because your body doesn't need to digest because the food is already digested, right? Just like goes through and then converts into whatever and whatever what it does. So you essentially like drinking your food is better. So what about sleep? Two guys, let's make the example again. Two guys, one guy sleeps like 10 hours a day, the other guy 8. But the 8 hour guy sleeps in a dark room. He uses the 3-2-1 method, which is like blue light, not eating 3 hours before you sleep, not drinking water 2 hours before you sleep, and not seeing any blue light or artificial light 1 hour before you sleep. And the other guy just sleeps, right? But he sleeps 10 hours. The 8 hour guy has like more leeway or more adapt better sleep because he doesn't eat before he sleeps. That means like the body isn't digesting, the body isn't awake while he's sleeping. Number two is drinking water. That means you don't wake up and go and pee. Doesn't disrupt your sleep. Number three is you are ready to go to sleep because you don't see any light. Light is supposed to wake us up. That's why like when the sun is going up, you have to go outside. That's another tip to improve your sleep. If you want to be an like early morning person, every time, let's say like your sun rises at 6, right? My sun is about to rise, like it's about to hit 7, and then I go outside and then like I chill for a bit or read or whatever, do some shit that improves your sleep. You wake up earlier and whatever and whatever. What happens, your internal clock and shit like that. I'm not gonna go to the like specifics, but yeah. Another thing is sleep at the same time every single time, every single day. Like 30 minutes should be the range or the different max, right? That's how you improve your sleep and recovery. So we go to the actual muscle building. So what you need when you build your muscle is firstly you need to be in the perfect range for protein synthesis, which is the muscle building process, right? Protein synthesis equals muscle building. So what does that mean? It means you need to build, like you need to be in that range. It lasts for 48 hours. And let me make an example, right? There's a guy, or before I was training, let me make an example with this guy. This guy I met at the gym. He was starting out, and what he was doing was like doing the push pull split, which is the most popular split out there. So he was doing it. However, he was like 6 months in, and you couldn't tell, like you couldn't tell that this nigga was working out. I'm being dead ass. Why? Because he was doing most of the things right, but he was eating food and shit like that. But like he was doing most of the things right because he was watching YouTube. However, that hindered him because the push pull split, especially, I don't like it for beginners because niggas think following bodybuilders is the way to go about it, but like it's not. You need to follow the guy who's like 10 steps ahead of you, not 100 steps ahead of you, right? So I'm telling him that he should stop working out like it, like that. So I'm noticing him around the gym, right? I'm noticing what he does, and we talk, right? What he does and this day and whatnot. I think for 2 weeks. Don't say I'm stuck. Like I know the guy, right? So I go up to him and I'm like, you know why? Like, it seems hard. And then I explain, you're doing the push pull split. That means you have less leeway. That means like it's not adaptable. Number two is that means you have to put in more work than necessary. Number three, you're not heating like your protein synthesis because that process lasts for 48 hours. And you, let's say on Monday, shoulders, you hit shoulders, right? Tuesday, you're not hitting shoulders. They're still growing because like it's 24 hours. On Thursday, that process has finished. On Wednesday, sorry, that process is finished. That means you're missing out on 24 hours of muscle building, right? So that I'd say like you're putting more effort than needed and you're not getting the results you're supposed to get because you're putting more effort and then you're getting less results. So what I'd say you do is a full body workout. That's what I did. Why it works because it builds you a structure, like a foundation. When you build a building, you need a foundation. It builds the foundation on how you as a person should look. It builds the V taper. The V taper is the most attractive muscle, right? Like the most muscle groups, like whatever, combined and shit. It builds that shit. Like it gives you that attractive look when you walk around in the streets. Girls be like, "Oh, he's strong." Like things like that, bro. This shit pisses me off because niggas don't listen. They listen to the bodybuilders who are 100 steps ahead of them, who are fucking taking roids and shit, and you're not taking anything. Listen to me. You need to do the full body for like a year or two. You build a foundation, and then after you supplement, you do whatever. Like you grow what's needed. For me right now, my chest is not as big as I want to, like as I want, especially like the upper chest is not as big as I want. I'm doing that right now because I did the foundation. Niggas is trying to build the design a room without walls. Are you stupid? Like this shit pisses me off. Do that shit. Sorry about that. Like do that shit. Like do the full body. Why it works because it builds you the foundation. It's more adaptable. That means you can miss one day and it's not a big deal. With push pull and those other splits, you miss one day, it's a big deal because you want to build everything. However, it doesn't. It's not the workout to build everything. It's the workout that helps you supplement with what's left or what's I don't know the word. It helps you supplement with it helps you add what's not there, right? So you focusing on the push pull is wasting your time. You're putting in more effort than you actually need. Unnecessary effort, right? You need to do the full body. That's why I suggested. That's what I did, and it built me a structure that I look at it now and I'm like, bro, you saved my life, right? So that's how it works. And another thing is, I'd say what would help you is liking and subscribing to this channel because I drop videos like this 2 times a week. That means you get entertainment, get to see me pissed off and shit like that. And yeah, value like this. Like and subscribe, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.